Hello there, hey, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to look at another leak. I know it's been ages since we looked at one, and apologies for the quality. I'm currently doing the Race 12 first, and I'm using my other camera for that, and so we're going to use the stream cam today. But that doesn't matter, you don't care about that. You don't see my stupid face. You want to hear about the latest expansion leak, and there's been a lot. I've not done this video series for a while, and if you want to check out my other ones, they're super fun. And this one is Empire of Dragons, and we're going to jump into that in a moment, but before we jump into that, guys, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming World of Warcraft, patch 9.2, 10.0 Alpha Beta, Empire of Dragons, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Okay, so this is the leak here. It's actually on Reddit, of all places. They're normally on mmo-champion, but this one's actually on Reddit. It's also a paste bin, so I don't know if the person who posted it wrote the paste bin or found the paste bin, or, you know, maybe they found a flash drive on the floor and picked it up and plugged it in, and it was Empire of Dragons, a new WoW expansion, being revealed on April 19th. So this is kind of just bullet points on what it is. So we're going to talk about it now. I'm going to preface this. There was actually a logo of Empire Dragons. It's a really good looking logo, and I'll be honest, it actually looks pretty real. It's like purpley, and it's got cool glow on it, and it's got a unique kind of thing around it. It's really, really impressive, and whoever made it should be very, very proud of themselves, even if it is fake. So yeah, Empire Dragons, that is kind of what this leak is kind of based off of sorts. So let's talk about it. So, first and foremost, it says Empire Dragons is real. There you go. Perfect. That's all I needed to know. There's no, like, you know, silly kind of WoW dev found it, you know, or I'm a disgruntled WoW dev and I leaked it, you know, whatever. Nothing like that. So, yeah. Anyway, Shadowlands being planned as just 2 patches is technically true, since early on they decided to scrap a lot of the patch content because of COVID, plus EOD being pretty ambitious, so they needed more time. No new class or race except for Dragonsworn, which is like a subclass available to all characters, plus their regular class. More on that below. Okay, subclasses, interesting. All races can be all classes, but there's no lore explanation for it. You could be a Draenei Warlock, but you won't see any Draenei Warlock NPCs. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's alright, you know, I actually would not be opposed to that, in all honesty. I think more freedom in gameplay is very important, so yeah, I'm not actually opposed to the idea of that, for sure. 2 continents, Dragon Isles and Lordaeron. Dragon Isles is for 60 to 70 and endgame stuff, and Lordaeron is for 10 to 60. Interesting. So they would... Okay, so they would have, instead of like 10 to 60 Shadowlands, you would have Lordaeron, whatever that is. I guess they're going to explain it in a minute on the post, but yeah, okay, so then 60 to 70 is the Dragon Isles. Of course it's the Dragon Isles, it's always the Dragon Isles. Of course we're going to the Dragon Isles. But yeah, 10 to 60 is Lordaeron. Okay, let's see what they say about that. Lordaeron is completely rebuilt from scratch, like Draenor in WoD. The layout and geography of some zones has changed. For example, Quel'Danas, Eversong, and Ghostlands are a single zone now called Quel'Thalas, and you can transition between it and Kata-era Lordaeron at any point using the new Living World feature. Yeah, we heard about that before. That was on another leak. The name is generic because they plan to do Living World updates to other locations in the future patches and expansions. So that's actually taken from the other Ashes of Galakaros leak, so yeah, someone's obviously made that up. Storm and Elwyn, Ogrimmar and Durotar are also getting updated, but only graphically. No new quests. A lot of human buildings from Shadowlands data mining are from this. Well, they spelled data mining wrong, but I guess they're talking about the new inn that was data mined, I suppose. Alright, okay, cool. There's a huge profession revamp. Mining, herbalism, skinning, disenchanting, and fishing are removed and replaced with a single gathering profession that all players have. Remaining professions are diversified and more complex recipes that require reagents from all types of gathering. They will also help with player housing. Oh boy, player housing. I tell you what, I actually wouldn't be opposed to that. I would not be opposed to removing those professions and just having a gathering profession. I think that'd actually be kind of cool. Let me know down below what you think of that. I actually kind of like that. That's a neat idea. Also sounds very similar to Lost Ark, if you ever played that. Player housing. There we go. Player housing is a big new feature. Initially, there was only a single house in Stormwind and Ogrimmar, but houses in other locations will be added in future updates. Professions have materials to upgrade your house and create decorations and furniture. Now, if you know me, guys, I don't really understand player housing. I've never really liked it. I've played it in various games. I've never really been a big person for it. However, I don't not want it in the game. I think if there's, you know, there's a massive community of people that want player housing, so I'm not going to be opposed to the idea of it. I just don't really understand it, in all honesty, but maybe it'll be good. But yeah, I just never really got to grips with player housing, I'll be honest. You can flame me for that. That's just my opinion. Lordaeron is supposed to be the starting point for new players. It has self-contained story that introduces them to different races of NPCs of WoW. The only real connection to the main content of the expansion is the shared theme of light and void, plus some minor story threads. So, what? Isn't that what Exile's Reach is? I don't really understand. That's a bit odd. Not really sure on that. The Dragon Isles are arranged like a dragon skull. There are 5 zones. So before I continue with this, the Dragon Skull thing, there was a map in Warcraft 3, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong. Of the Dragon Isles, that was a dragon skull. I believe the islands were shaped like that. So maybe that's just taken from that. That is actually potentially what they're doing. I don't really know. There are 5 zones, 1 for each flight, and a big dragon city that looks like Wormrest at the center that connects all the islands. Lots of new dragon flights like storm dragons from Legion live there. There's a midnight dragon flight like Vexiona. Oh, dude, that's cool. And the lucent dragon flight that's crystallized and light themed. Both are the main villains. Interesting. Huge Vexiona return, right? Okay, so the Empire of Dragons is the dragon civilization on the Isles. They think dragons are superior and are mad at the aspects since the Titans didn't empower their dragonflight. The Midnight and Lucent dragonflights embrace the void and light so they can get powered up like the main dragonflights. Rathian opened the Dragon Isles to try and find a way to heal Azeroth, and now the Empire is trying to take over the world. The Empire of Dragons. That makes a lot of sense, right? Okay. I mean, look, so far so good, right? It's not. It could be a lot worse. I'll be honest. Not really too many details on the actual gameplay of the zone and of the expansion. Sorry, but you know, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt for now. Lots of new NPC races like HD Gnolls and some goofy frog people, dragon men who are regular citizens in towns and villages in the Dragon Isles, African Buffalo Tauren. Who worship the sun. Isn't that what Tauren paladins do? A missing link between night elves and trolls who live in the Green Dragon Zone, and some and some iguana people who are like surfer dudes. Let's read that again. Some iguana people that are like surfer dudes. Yeah. Makes sense, I guess. Okay. Dragon Swarm. Okay, we're going to find out about the subclass thing. It's a subclass. You become a Dragon Swarm during the intro quest, and it works like a second set of abilities you have on top of your regular class. Okay. There are 5 specs, 1 for each flight, but not every class can have access to every spec. Warriors can be black, bronze, or red, Dragon Swarm. Priests can be green, red, or blue, and so on. You can switch your spec freely. So it's kind of like Covenant's like times 10, right? But you can swap freely, so I guess that's a plus. Interesting. Okay. And the final part here. Oh, I know, it sounds so real. Some random story details. Rathian is like the main Khadgar type hero for the expansion. New Forsaken Leader Council of Lillian, Kalia, Derek, Valonara, and Falanel. I'm not sure there's other names. Okay, that's the New Forsaken Council. Okay. Tyrande uses the Tear of Elune from the Shadowlands to regrow Teldrassil, but only in a cinematic, but still burnt down in game. That sounds like a weird thing to do. Silvermoon gets void corrupted, and the Blood Elves have to evacuate to Zolaman, which joined the Horde under Zul'jin's son. Okay, Forsaken live in rebuilt Lordaeron City, and the Undercity is left abandoned forever to symbolize that they're no longer slaves to this torment. Gilneas gets reclaimed by the Alliance, but Stromgarde is lost to the Scarlet Brotherhood and is a dungeon. Okay. Well, that's it. Oh, that's it. All right, cool. A bit shaky on the details there. Yeah, I mean, it sounds okay, right? Like, I like the Scarlet stuff. I would love, not a Scarlet expansion, maybe a big Scarlet patch or something would be fun. So Stromgarde Dungeon, that sounds like a weird time, but, you know, I'll live with it. Gilneas, reclaimed by the Alliance. Okay, any more details on that? Are they going to have it as a city? Are they going to have it as a quest area? What's the story there? Forsaken, rebuild Lordaeron City, but Undercity's left abandoned. Okay, I can follow that. So, The surfer iguana dude sounds really weird. I think there was another leak that mentioned iguana dude, so I don't know. Uh, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired of this. It's so strange. Like, why do they all follow the same sort of thing? Like Dragon Isles and like, I'll be honest. Like, all classes, all races sounds bloody awesome. Yep, that's good for me. Don't really understand the 1 to 10 to 60 stuff with Lordaeron. That seems a bit of a waste of development time. Living World is a concept, I believe. I remember in the comments of that video, people saying it was from Guild Wars or something. I want to say Guild Wars. Might not be right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Stormwind and Elwyn and Ogrimmar and Durotar getting updated. Obviously, that people have said that as well in the previous leaks because of the data mining. So yeah, they've mentioned that as well. So I don't know. There's absolutely zero proof that this is real or anything. You know, at least the other ones try and pretend to be real, but this one, I mean, I don't know. Guys, Empire Dragons, #1, apparently is real. Empire Dragons is apparently real, so there you go. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Let me know down below what you think of Empire Dragons, the supposed 10.0 leak found here on Reddit. Also a paste bin. I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are. Any features that sound good, any features that sound exciting. I guess, you know, we'll find out on April 19th, of course. And yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are amazing. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, and subscribe if you haven't. That'd be very much appreciated. We're going to be doing a ton of new content for 10.0 and beyond. I'm really looking forward to it here on the channel, so please do subscribe. I also have a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I mentioned, I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, patch 9.2, 10.0 Alpha Beta, Empire Dragons, we'll see what happens. Twitch.tv/MrGM. I'm there every single day. And with that, guys, I will see you next time.